So we made it out of San Francisco just fine. San Francisco was actually not too bad. Couple of tweakers. Ended up having to get gas in Sausalito. The funny thing is, I accidentally filled up with regular. The car did not like regular, so the engine light came back on, obviously, for that. And I'm not equipped for ocean-going travel, so we're just kind of gonna just stay right here where the ocean isn't coming up to us right now. So you guys and me are just sitting here, just kind of taking a peek. There's some seals that are kind of wandering around. This is Stetson Beach. Funny enough, I knew exactly where I was going. That little ridge there, sorry guys, that little line there that I'm going across here, that is Highway 1. Well, yes. And you can't go any further. You're as far west as you can go. Anyway, Corvette sitting right there. I found out what my rubbing is. Not the end of the world. It's just something I'm gonna have to deal with until I get home. It's not a shock. I got underneath there and I replaced everything on the car except for the rubber bushings that the bracket that holds the spring, the big leaf spring, on to the belly of the car. One of those rubber bushings collapsed, and it's given me just enough of a sag on the one side, on the driver's side, that it's going to be an issue until I get back home. I'm just kind of, we're just kind of looking out here. There's a bunch of critters out here, a bunch of birds, surfers. There's birds diving in over there. And every now and again you can see a seal. There's bug in the water, but that's a seal. There he is right there, just nose poking out of the water. You guys see him? There he is. There he is. I knew we'd see him. There's like 4 or 5 of them running around here. Ooh, somebody's got a hold of something out there. Birds are playing around out there. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm gonna how far into the trip I take you guys, so we'll find out together, I suppose. So anyway, I did come over here to see the sunset. This is day number 2, which I've tried to see the sunset. That's a good one. Then I've tried to see the sunset out here on the Pacific Ocean. Those of you guys who aren't aware, California is on the Pacific side of the country. And anyway, the low-hanging clouds coming in off the ocean have prevented it from happening. But if I do want to see the sunset, I can go up there and see the sunset. So 2 hours away from Ukiah, where I'm at right now, so I'm probably gonna head back to Ukiah. So yeah. Ooh, speaking of sea life, okay. All right, let's continue with the trip, guys. The journey from San Francisco to Olema is along Highway 1. It's also known as Pacific Coast Highway. Got a couple more videos coming out of just this highway, so just kind of bear with me. You guys will enjoy it. Anyway, starting from the Golden Gate Bridge, cut that off so you guys don't have to deal with that. We jump right into the breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean along the rugged Marin Headlands. This is a 40-mile stretch that takes about 90 minutes without stops, but plan for at least half a day if you want to fully enjoy the experience. Now, if you're a local, this is definitely something that I would recommend going on, because there's plenty of stuff to do that you could actually make a little mini vacation out of it, if you will. This wasn't my objective for this, so I was just cruising through because I wanted to drive on the Pacific Coast Highway. I would recommend, especially if you're local and you want to kind of get away for a little while, plan for at least a half a day to really kind of take everything in. Actually, you know what? You could really, there's a whole lot to do in between, you know, like the sightseeing, the turnoffs and everything, that would really make for a whole day experience. So if you wanted to take the kids out there, you wanted to take a spouse out there, it's definitely date-worthy material, or you know, say you homeschool or whatever. Plenty of learning experiences out there. So anyway, from the Golden Gate Bridge, once you get through town there, you'll immediately be treated to the breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean. Everything just opens up and you can kind of see it. I mean, there's a couple of spots that I have edited out where you're kind of driving through, you know, suburbs, but we're ignoring that stuff right now. So anyway, this 40-mile stretch takes about 90 minutes, and you know, so I mean, you can really get through this if you really wanted to. But anyway, this is called the Marin Highlands. Okay, beautiful. Once you get down into it, you can really see why they call it that, and it's a really awesome part of Pacific Coast Highway. I really love this portion. Just the windy bits going up and down the hill, and just, you know, when you think things are gonna get a little bit claustrophobic, things just open up and you see the ocean pop out from around a corner. It just is really breathtaking. I loved the drive. I loved being able to take my Corvette out there to do this. So anyway, your first stop on this whole trek is Muir Beach. This is a crescent-shaped cove, perfect for a quick walk along the sand. But just beyond that, you'll find the village of Stinson Beach. This is the video that was at the beginning of this one. So that right there is Stinson Beach. And there's a small little town there. You can grab some lunch. You know, there's a cafe. There's a couple of different things to do there. But the beach itself is 3 miles long, and it's a beautiful, well-kept beach. Plenty of wildlife out there. I'm sure there's plenty of critters out there that you really don't want to tangle with, but there's plenty of seals and stuff out there. It's really cool. I had fun, even though I didn't get in the water. The beach was great. The water was freezing, but then again, I'm, you know, not there at the optimal time of year, and the Pacific Ocean's kind of cold anyway. So anyway, let's say that the beach isn't your cup of tea. As you continue north, the road winds through dramatic coastal cliffs and redwood groves. You can kind of see them off to the left and right as I'm going along the waterway. There's on the left, and then the hills and everything are on the right. So anyway, keep your eyes peeled for the turnoff to Muir Woods National Monument. This is home to ancient coastal redwoods towering over 250 feet tall. Now, I didn't really look into it much, but supposedly there's reservations required for parking there, so just kind of plan accordingly. Look into that a little bit, you know, just make sure. It was something that I wanted to stop at, but it was getting kind of late. I spent way more time in San Francisco than I was expecting, so I digress. This is kind of where we're at. Time crunch, but So your first major stop along this trek is going to be a crescent-shaped cove that is perfect for a quick walk along the sand. I parked here. It was much too windy to attempt to go down there and enjoy this. go further down the road, and guess what you're going to find? You're going to find this little village called Stinson Beach. Now, this is the previous video at the beginning of me walking around on the beach. That is Stinson Beach. This is a quaint little town. You can find some restaurants or some cafes and stuff. There's plenty of things to do. I mean, the beach is 3 miles long, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's plenty of wildlife around, plenty of things to do. Anyway, as long as you love the beach, as long as you love the ocean, you'll love it. So a little backstory. I actually I was out here 2021, and I wanted to get a red Corvette when I was out in California that last time. I always wanted a red Corvette when I was younger, and the reason why I wanted a red Corvette is because I wanted to take the top off, and I wanted to drive up and down the coastal highway. That was like a bucket list goal as like an 8-year-old. That's what I wanted to do, and I've always wanted to do that, and it's always been something of a bucket list item for me. I guess we'll call it. But the checklist was red Corvette, top off, and me driving Pacific Coast Highway. So I finally got to do that, and it's been fantastic. So anyway, in 21, I did not get the Corvette. I did get it when I got back home, and it is what it is. So a couple of years later, I finally get my Corvette out there to the Pacific Coast Highway to do what I wanted to do with it initially. Anyway, the car's running great. I did put a splash of non-premium, and the car does not like that. I will say that just abundantly. Just plan ahead. Make sure you guys have some octane booster or some sort of fuel treatment, which I kept punting into this car the whole way out there because I couldn't rely on getting good gas the entire time I was out there, because there was a couple of gas stations I stopped at that did not have premium in spite of their pump saying it was premium. But anyway, it is what it is. So the drive culminates in Olema. Olema. Anyway, I didn't hear a local say the name, so that's what you're getting, right? So this is a historic ranching community. California's famous for ranching. Well, not really. A lot of people think it's vineyards, but you know, when people really think about it, they think back gold, ranching, and you know, that's the Wild West. That's the end of the West. So manifest destiny, right? So it's a historic ranching community that serves as a gateway to the Point Reyes National Seashore. This is a quaint little town, offers several excellent restaurants, and is the perfect base for exploring the peninsula's pristine beaches. There is a lighthouse, and there's lots of wildlife. As you guys could see on the drive there, you can see quite a bit of stuff going on. It's not just the wildlife you're after when you come to California. Everything is unbelievable. As long as you don't talk to the locals are wacky. Just messing with you guys. No, most of the people that you're going to talk to in California aren't crazy, so it's just the politicians that are crazy. But anyway, that being said, when you go to California, you're going to find people that are just like you and me. So, I mean, it's don't go out there thinking you're going to meet a bunch of crazy people. They're not. Just the politicians are whack jobs. Anyway, that being said, so I do want to leave some pointers here. Now, I did tend to, when I went to visit this area of California, I did so later in the season. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to avoid the heat, right? But that comes at a cost of not being able to enjoy the ocean. During the weekdays, if possible, you want to travel during the weekday so you can avoid crowds. And bring layers and make sure you're prepared for fog. All right, this is something that every time I've been in this area, and this is years I've been through this area, you know, years and years and years that I have been through here. There are, I have fewer instances where I have seen a sunset in this stretch of the Pacific coast than I have. You know, I've seen more foggy days. Let's just say, right? It's just expect not to see the sun, okay, when you get around there. Do bring layers. Fog is really common, like I said. And the other thing is make sure, I mean, it is oppressively Spartan on gas stations, okay? Do not underestimate how far of a distance between gas stations that you will experience here. You would think that some of these small towns would have gas stations. They absolutely do not. And you will be driving for hours without finding a gas station. As populated as California is, it's only pockets. Okay, once you get out of Sacramento, once you get out of Los Angeles and San Francisco, the amenities really become nothing, right? So it's, I mean, people become really, really few and far between. But anyway, that being said, it is a very fun drive. It is a very fun experience. It's something that I would recommend anybody and everybody to at least go to once. So at the end of this whole thing, I ended up finding a restaurant called Due West. This was in Olema, and I really didn't. It was getting really late, and it was getting kind of one of those things where it was, you know, I was really not interested in going any further because I knew I had like 2 hours left to go to get to Ukiah, and nothing is a straight line out here. And at this point, I've already, the sun has gone down, and I know there are deer everywhere out here. And deer, I've just been seeing deer all over the place. And this time of year, deer are out there getting kind of rowdy. Anyway, it was crazy. It was just absolutely crazy. So anyway, I stopped into this little restaurant called Due West, and keep in mind the menu that I'm posting up here is a from September of 2024. So it's might be a little bit different from what you guys are going to experience. But anyway, I ended up getting chicken tenders, and that was about the safest bet for me. I mean, everything else, I don't do pork, right? I got, it's just one of them things I don't do. There was a lot of pork on the menu. It's just kind of like, So I just stuck with the chicken tenders and French fries, and the coleslaw was okay. I mean, it wasn't like something that was sensational, but then there again, it was really getting kind of late at night, and you would think that there would be more going on in some of these towns, but no. I mean, why would there be? Because once it gets to about 10, 11 o'clock, everybody's kind of wanting to go to bed in the town, and who's going to stay up for some random guy in a red Corvette, right? That's just not going to happen. But anyway, I didn't really expect too much coming out of this restaurant. The dipping sauce was awesome. The chicken tenders themselves were awesome. I did scald my mouth because they were hot, so you can't fault them there. The fries were really good. Just the coleslaw sucked. I mean, I will not be... I won't hold back on that. The coleslaw sucked. But then again, I'm kind of a coleslaw snob, so yeah, it kind of takes a lot to impress me with coleslaw. But anyway, that's all I got for this. In the next video, I'm going to be visiting a different part of California. I was going to include the stretch going from due west back to Ukiah, but realistically you couldn't see anything in the video, so it was really not worth anything. But anyway, yeah, no, I had a lot of fun on this little drive. So if you're local and you have the opportunity to drive in this area and take your family for a little mini vacation, or heck, even take a date, and just go up to due west, and there's more in the town. I didn't get up into the town of Olema. There's more to do up there. There's a campground, there's other restaurants. It's not, due west isn't the only thing up there, so don't think I'm bad mouthing the community, but just keep in mind, I was running on a little bit of time. You guys, if you're starting out and you got a whole plan and this is your target destination is Olema and that whole Highland region there, then you're going to end up having a pretty good time. You're going to enjoy your dinner. You're going to enjoy your stay. And there's little restaurants, and there's a little bed and breakfast there. If I had it to do again, I probably would have booked a stay at one of them little places, because they kind of look like they would be, pretty neat places to wake up in the morning and then start my adventure off at. But, it is what it is. We can, cry about it, all we want. But anyway, that's about it. Do keep in mind that there's wildlife everywhere, and them critters will just jump out at you like crazy. But I was thankfully, I only had a couple of deer hop out in front of me when it got really dark, and it was because I was unfamiliar with the road. I wasn't really cranking the car through there, and believe it or not, as fast as you may think you're going, you look at the speedometer and you're only doing like 20, and you're like, man, I am ripping through here, man. I'm really conquering the world. It's just the turns come up so fast, and there's bikers around every corner. It's just one of them things where you just don't want to overcommit with your car, and you don't want to act stupid, and everything that you're kind of keeping your head on a swivel about, just yep. And then you'll see my GPS lies about the speed every now and again, so it'll tell me it's 55 and it's a 35. So you gotta kind of, if you have a GPS that's like mine, a Garmin, just make sure that you're paying attention to your speed limits, because although it will tell you how fast you're going, sometimes it will lie to you. Yeah, so that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Until next time, we'll have another video, including another segment of Pacific Coast Highway here in just another couple of days. I'm going to be working on them throughout the winter, get that whole backlog wrapped up, and then we're going to be moving on to Carlisle So yeah, gonna be some fun stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment in the comment section below and help the channel grow. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. And hopefully you will enjoy your trip when you go out here and you enjoy California yourself.